Hello everybody, this is Nether End Defender here, and today, even though I promised way back in 2023 that I'd eventually get around to this, today we're finally getting around to checking out the Teardown expansions in times for the recent release of the Greenwash Gambit. The first of these three that were released is Time Campers. Next up was Folk Race, and finally we had the Greenwash Gambit. Now, Time Campers isn't new, as I said, and I was originally going to get around to checking it out, but unfortunately, due to me having to work on my Minecraft story mode video essay, it's just something I never got around to, but I figured no better opportunity during the summer month than now, when normally I would have done June, except I was just kind of burnt out from everything going on with my personal life, but now I'm pumped up and ready to give Time Campers a shot. And also, in regards to character, yep, I'm playing as Indiana Jones. Without further ado, let's get down to playing Time Campers. Oh yeah. Yep. Let's get this wagon train moving. Deja vu to when I first played this in 2021. I think I know what's going to happen according to the trailer. Okay. We've got the sledgehammer, the spray can. Sorry about that. Let me just wipe the spit off my computer. And the extinguisher. Now we just got to replace the fuse to turn on the power. I'm glad they fixed that continuity error that was there until Part 2 was released, where the little panel you would use to turn on the power was basically just teleported away after the first mission. Ooh. The heck? The heck is that? Oh, but this thing's still floating? At least they give it a little pull so that it's indestructible. I never noticed this until now. So this is a camper. Nice little bed. Okay. Niels Andre.
Fantastic! If you are reading this, everything went as planned. The next step is for you to come back in time and help me. Unfortunately, I need to demolish a building to keep the timeline stable, and can't do it myself. I've set up everything for a return trip to the exact time and location of your arrival. Just get in the car and hit the button on the laptop. I will send you more instructions by the time you arrive in the past. P.S. Time travel can be tricky and mishaps may happen on your way to the past. So buckle up.
Okay, so it's good that I could hear your voice out there. Let me check out the mission. So this is basically the western area. So we're going to be going back to the times of good old Woody Pride. Let's time travel. Ooh, yep. Not too bad of the graphics. Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. It's basically taking some damage. Yep, tear down Time Campers. Nothing like riding out the good old days in the Wild West. Yep. Seems the engine broke. I will fix it before heading out. And these are the mines. And there's the pond. I want to see where our borders are. Yep, pretty run-down old place that we got right here. Oh, and also, we're making a little clanking sound as if we really are Sheriff Woody Pride, going out there doing business. This town certainly has seen better days, but well, my camper has too, and hopefully we will get to work in those better days. Alright, let's get to Niels Andre again.
You made it. And mostly in one piece if I've read the Time Camper feedback data correctly. My time engine didn't find any other matching time curves to reach this exact time and place, but I guess building your own time engine has its pros and cons. The reason you are here is due to a small problem on this time curve. Hopefully I don't think it was anyone's fault, really, just some unfortunate circumstances. At least I set up a solid plan to restore the space-time mess, and for that I will need your help. First off, we need some basic supplies for your camp. The trailer may have some food, water, and a spare generator, but they won't last forever and it's better to be safe than sorry. I left you a small stash of tools in the abandoned mines nearby, so go and get them.
Okay, so it's a small stash of tools in the abandoned mines nearby, so I don't think it's these ones. Or are they? Yeah, I think it was those ones. It was those ones. What am I saying? Like, I didn't know why I didn't demolish them, but okay, so let me just pull off all of this so that each tool can get its moment to shine. Alright, so we got an old-fashioned tool to heat up metal, a blow lamp, got our good old planks and a shotgun. I know there's going to be more tools to come, and the shotgun looks a little bit differently designed. It has one barrel instead of two, but whatever. We just test out to make sure it works as per usual. Definitely a bit on the weaker side, but not the worst thing in the world.
Pardon me. I totally forgotten all the space-time curvature shenanigans that you've entered the story before even meeting me. Let me introduce myself. My name is Niels Andre, and I'm a camping enthusiast who has been to every place but not every time. So I've been marked on a journey to find the ultimate time and place to set up camp. Now that's out of the way, you still need more supplies, so go to Cumbustown and stock up.
Cumbustown, so we're going to Cumbustown, folks, and I wonder if we're gonna later hit this place down the road, if we're gonna hit one or two other locations of the Time Campus, because so far this is looking to be more in-depth than the Art Vandals, as okay as of a DLC as that was, but without further ado, let's hit this road to infinity and beyond. I'm really loving myself some of those old new loading screens, how they're much faster than they were on my old PC. Yeah, this is definitely the version of the town without that river and bridge, so we're definitely going to be hitting more than one location this time. So, steal supplies for your camp, then go to your escape vehicle. A lantern hanging from the ceiling, so looks like this is going to be a pretty simple mission overall, and I think I'm going to pull back on the Western accent for a little bit. And I don't know if there's really any valuables here, but I'm just going to explore because look at this place. I really wish they do valuables more often because, like, they're a really fun way to get you motivated for Easter eggs and everything. So, like, why the hell not? Oh, a minecart ride. Can we reenact the bit from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom? No? Just me? Ah, looks like we finally hit our first destination, the lantern. Light up. We've got candles in which we can light up. Oh, that's genius. And looks like we got ourselves a little, oh! Look at that, we found our way back up relatively easy. Now, what was that? What? A horsey? And I also wish they gave the horse a little bit more of an idle animation there, but whatever. Yep, there's the lantern up there. A basement down here. What is this? Frontier Express Gazette 45. I love the little touches. Like, these are the little touches. Oh, it looks like gold, but something is not right. Will this be a later part of the story? That remains to be seen. Like, imagine if there was like a secret passage or a door or something. But let's make sure we blow that out so we don't risk knocking it over. To light it up, press F. So that's essentially going to be the equivalent of our flashlight this time. Let's give our horsey a ride to our next destination, which should be up there. So we just got to curve, take a right, and then take a left to that gray building. Yep. Oh, I love the physics for the horse riding, by the way. Alright, so we got up there. Oh. I wonder. Nope. Sadly, it's not like the West Point Marina, in which there would be secret little things there for valuables you could pick up for the secret things, like the lore of that place regarding the pirates and everything. Unfortunate that that's not there, but whatever. Looks like this is a doctor's or a dentist's place, but oh well. Let's also... a backpack that's hanged above to dry. Just pick that up. I love that touch of the cables coming down. And there's the saloon, the general store, and gunpowder factory. Oh, we all know how that one's gonna end. We've got 2 down, 2 to go, one of which has to be the gunpowder factory. We've got a pot, which is near the broken chimney, that we've got to also pick up. I think the missing textures there, probably because of, like, the, I think it's because of the mod that I'm using, the older GUI there. Because I've got the old GUI because there's absolutely no way I'm gonna use that way oversized new GUI, but whatever. Like, it's not the worst thing in the world. I really wish that it would get updated to be more compatible with this expansion, but whatever. Alright, so we've got more of these we've got to open. Looks like we got some TNT there. Let me try to blow this lock off using the TNT. Oh, that was a bigger explosion than I expected. And it certainly got the job done. Now let's see. And it doesn't look like there's any roof access, so looks like we're going to have to use a bit of TNT to aim it at a specific spot. But let's be careful about this. Careful about this. Okay. Yep, there's a pot near the broken thing, so let's use a plank to help ourselves up there. Thankfully, it's upgraded to the maximum so that it's 5 voxels wide. I know where we gotta shoot it. Okay. Alright, so we definitely knocked it off, but let's, I don't know if there's gonna be really any fire alarms in this side of town, but there's a pot there. 3 down, 1 to go. Alright, now we've got to go to the bank. Hopefully we're not gonna have to pull some Mission Impossible vault heist. These are our wanted. Fortunately, though, we don't have any details about them. Let's see about heading in from the roof. Oh, that's also locked. But I think we can shoot it without need for any alarm. Piles of documents and mortgages. Sure, we better go in from the side. Alright, so this is basically a safe there. That's not even that sturdy. Like, it's not like the safes in that one mission in part 2 in which you have to pick up the blue tide. So that was basically mission complete. I reckon we ought to get out of here. So that was a pretty basic first mission, I'd say. Not too bad, actually, but pretty basic nonetheless. Oh, this music's great. A really nice remix from the Mission Complete theme we saw remixed before in Art Vandals, but let's continue. Let's get this wagon train a-moving yet again. Simple fire pit, which at least we're getting this set up for a repair job. Still looking dusty, but at least it's not, it's more or less in one piece now compared to before. And we also took care of this, so we got rid of that. And we've also set up some boxes here with some canned vegetables, some food supplies. It's really nice if you want to pay attention to the details and also more the music and also sturdy rope to tie things together. So let's operate this. Okay, another message from Niels Andre.
I hope your trip to Cumberstown went well. Lovely place, isn't it? Now we need to get a hold of some explosive matter for my fix-it-all plan to work, but it's not as common as it is in your day and age. By the way, people started buying gunpowder-driven alarms that go off and warn the hot air balloon guards. They float around 24/7 since that fearmonger, Charles Keithley, began warning everyone about potential thieves. I mean, we are trying to steal stuff, so technically he ain't wrong. I believe he does so just to lure people into buying alarms bundled with his overpriced insurances.
Gunpowder-driven alarm. So that's going to explain how it's going to work this time with the alarm missions. It actually does better solve that plot hole than it does in both parts of Teardowns, in which I'm like, can't you just cut the power and then have the alarm systems go kaput? Make sure we avoid the balloon guards in our next mission, which is basically going volatile, steal ingredients to make your own explosives, protected by an alarm system. So looks like we're going to need to do more of that. Oh, it's not too bright a day in the Wild West, eh? Then a tunnel there, and let's get out of the rain. I think we should do these two first, and then have a horse set up so we can do this third one. Then go into the mines for the last two. I really wish they would give the time. Like, if this is 60 seconds, then this is going to be damn near impossible to do. Let's cut the cable and have our horse move faster. Yeah, we can, thank goodness. So, I think we should do it so that it's basically, we do these two last, and then it's a straight shot back from there. Oh, this stuff's floating below, so looks like the mines are going to be pretty flooded. Oh, well, that's going to be pretty complicated. I think we better do this one first instead, given it's the hardest, so that we don't have to cross through these two treacherous mines. It's basically, so this one's 12 meters above the player, so let's use as much of this as we can. Let's do a quick save here, so progress saved. Let's make sure we get the planks up and ready. Just make sure we set up a good avenue. Reset that up, and then we're also going to need to go to this one, which shouldn't be too far from us now. Let's use some dynamite here. Blow this up. And then we've got our second target here. I don't think a horse is going to help us much, but from here to there. But from here to here, and make sure we're going to need to emerge from these mines right here. Okay, let's spray paint them so they stick out like a sore thumb as need be. And then we're going to need to get a horsey over here. Yep, we've got that going for us. Should be much faster without that. So, or we could just have the horsey ride us out the whole way. Even though I don't think that would be very productive, us having to go back through that same way. So let's make sure we've got arrows. Basically some more stuff out there, so if we're to look out this way, we would then need to go to the hotel, which is pretty high above us, so we're going to need to cut through this specific area, go the other way, see how long the cable for it is, and then we're going to need to go to the gunpowder factory for the last two, so let's just go. It's hammer time. Hammer time, hammer time, hammer time, hammer time. Let me just do a quick save so that we don't accidentally trigger the alarm. Let me just also demolish this. We could just park a horse up here. Spray can that so that we go up here. And then we go down there, and then where our horse needs to be is right within that. Then there's the gate there in which we're going to need to go down so we can get another horse down there. We've got that horse, which I'm going to call Cow because he's got a cow-like texture. So we've got the horse in place. Now we're just going to need to make sure we had a clear line within that grass because it wasn't gonna work out too well if we didn't. What we can do is basically do a blow lamp of this. And then we're gonna need to evaluate the situation we have ahead. So we've got one down here and one up there. Saltpeimer barrel. We've only got a few planks left, so we better use them wisely. And we can't move a lot of the furniture for whatever reason, which is pretty lame. I think if we were to go up here, we can then do this. I want to see if I can throw an explosive in there without setting the whole place off by mistake. And then we're going to need to do that. Whoops. Well, that's a little bit better. Oh. Alright, that's a little bit better. It's close enough. I guess that's what I get for putting a plank down too early. Just try and do it this way. Alright, so we've only got one plank left to work with here. And then we've got this we can do, and then we've got tabs here, and then we're just going to need to make, after that, one last break. So let's try it like this. And then we have to get ourselves moving down there. See if we can have the ramp go out like this. Oh. And then there's our plan. Before we get this wagon train a-moving, let's run over this one more time. Oh, we haven't worked that bit out yet. Good thing we didn't miss that. Oh, we forgot to set our planks up, and now we're out of those. Whoops. Alright, so at least we've gotten that stacked up nice and ready. Alright, without further ado, let's put this plan to the test. Oh dear. I think we might have over-prepared for this one, actually. hope. Or not. Alright. And... first try! Oh yeah! Reach for the sky all you want, balloon, but you couldn't get me in the end. Alright, so we've got bring saltpeter to the explosive workbench, so we're gonna leave off after this episode, but at least it looks like the sun's starting to come out, so this rain should stop soon. And we've got that we picked up from the gunpowder factory. Get the explosives. Alright, so we've got gunpowder barrel. Leave trails of gunpowder around the map. The trail can be ignited by shooting any gun or at explosion nears. I love this gunpowder trail feature. Ignited trail will explode anything volatile it touches, but won't set wood or other flammable materials on fire by itself. Oh, okay. Dynamite in which we can throw explosive sticks to blow something up. So these are smaller explosions and bigger ones. So let's test them out, shall we? Oh, we're also digging more into this mine. Oh, I see how they work. So these are more like pipe bombs, and these are more like the bombs we would get from the original campaign. So let's read our new message from Niels Andre.
Your collision made quite a rest in Mineral Ravine, a nearby town that has now some modern things from the time campers strewn all over the place. It would be very unfortunate to leave it be and risk breaking the continuum. To make matters worse, the time camper suffered some damage. Right now, she's incapable of time travel, but worry not. I will figure it out and send you all the schematics needed to fix her up. The collision happened over the ravine, and various modern items are stuck in unstable time loops. Interacting with them in any way will most likely result in a harmless but loud explosion, which can be just enough to alert the hot air balloon gods. Anyway, be careful when you pick up the space-time debris.
Okay, so we've got our next mission up here. The first one being at the Mineral Ravine, titled Hidden Traces, but that is unfortunately where we're going to have to leave off for today's episode. But yeah, thank you for sticking with me throughout this first episode of the playthrough. If you want to see me do more of this stuff, then please be sure to drop a like, smash that subscribe button, and yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. So long for now.